Hunter x Hunter episode 120 review. Let's go. So, Morale ends up undoing Smokey Jail. There's some pros and cons to it. The pros are, he's able to fight alongside Knuckles to face against Youpi. That's really it. That's like honestly the only pro I kind of see here, because there's so many cons to the situation. One, freaking Phof is actually out this time, because the whole thing is, and Phof played his cards good. He had two jokers in his hand, and it was like, boom, it's over. So the thing here is, Phof ended up outsmarting Morale, but Morale's in a very weakened state at the moment, and I'll get into that a little later. But the thing with Phof is that he was actually still in the cocoon. The thing is though, he's like as small as a bee. So you couldn't really see him if you hid behind some of like the destruction, basically. So the thing is, Morale didn't see all that, and he didn't realize, there's still a main body to this clone. He didn't realize it's a clone ability. So he's like, okay, he must be out there, and he undoes it. So he undoes it. I say undoes it. What the heck is undoes it? But yeah, Phof is now out, and he can be able to wreak havoc because he ends up also taking Morale's pipe away. And come to find out, Morale can't do anything without his pipe. He's like freaking Velma without her glasses. He can't do nothing. So then you gotta think about it. So Morale doesn't have his pipe. He's in a very weakened state. Only able to have only 89 deep purple clones out there. Only 89. If I remember correctly, he could actually go up to what, 216 if I remember, when he's fresh. That just goes to show you just how weak he's in right now, and this is a really bad situation for him, honestly. But he's gonna try to make do with it. I mean, he can get buffed too, but like Youpi, like physical strength is not gonna be something you want to do facing up against Youpi. I mean, nah. And so the thing is, when it comes to Phof's ability, it's very interesting. It's called Beelzebub. I was like, hey, isn't that one anime that I never watched that has that naked baby in there? I don't know. I try to even read the manga. I can't get into it. I don't know. It's kind of weird, There's a naked baby and they're just always walking around butt naked. That's weird, man. I can't do that. But his ability, Beelzebub, he's basically able to have a ton of clones. Like, the smaller he makes the clones, the more clones he can actually have. So he had a whole bunch, and for some reason, it's freaking really creepy. The faces he was making in here, I was like, are you Phof? You Phof? You seem a little different. I mean, I know you're emotional, but now you kind of a freaking loco crazy mode now. I don't know what's going on, man. I have an accent now. And so, this is a very interesting thing we find out in this episode here. When Phof made mass clones of himself, he's gonna go look for the king. That's his main priority, trying to find where the king is at. And so, he made mass clones of himself, looking around all the areas. Now we're going to see everybody in the area and everything like that. It's very interesting. We get this girl named Hina that was, partners with the old. The girl with the yellow stuff on. Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of didn't really give a crap about this character, nor what's going on with the situation here, but he's gonna play a role in some way, so we're gonna see how this is all gonna go. But Hina basically has Phof with her, because Phof, he was stupid, and I guess he got smashed by the rubble and everything, because the whole place falling apart. And the thing is, she ends up saving him in exchange for getting some treasure. So she's a treasure hunter now, huh? Freaking One Piece now, huh? Yarr! But she's gonna go underground. And the thing is, Wolf is actually following them, which is kind of interesting too. So I'm curious what Wolf is gonna try to do, because that's his prey. Phof is his prey. So he's like, what's going on here? I gotta know what's going on. But what's really interesting about him when he was snooping around and everything like that was, apparently there's a human that was captured and was inside a cocoon, and apparently he is soon to hatch. What's going on with that? I don't really remember. I swear, I think there was like people in cocoons before. I just can't quite remember the whole situation, but it's interesting that a human's gonna be hatched out of the cocoon. So what's gonna happen with this guy? What's going on with this? This was really interesting to me, because I'm curious what's happening here, and why is he in a cocoon, and what's gonna hatch out of it? He's gonna be like extra powerful. He's gonna be serving the king and all that stuff. I'm very curious what's gonna happen here, because this is a human that was in cocoon, so he's like transforming into a chimera ant in a way. So I don't know. It is very interesting to see. I just had to pick that up. I was like, wait a minute, what's up with this? Also, Phof ends up seeing Pito and Gon, and he was just looking at him like, okay, so I'm guessing the human girl must mean something to the person over there that's sitting there next to Pito, But freaking Gon, man, he's a beast. He's still sitting. He's not flinching whatsoever. I'm just like, man, Gon, man, dang. But also one thing you want to take note too is Killa actually noticed what's going on. He saw Shalapoof's clones flying around and everything, so I'm assuming he might actually go and see what's happening here. And maybe he might fight up against Shalapoof himself, but maybe. I don't know. It's kind of interesting how, well, actually, no, what am I saying? That's probably not going to happen, because what happened in this episode is Shalapoof, at least, look, I don't know if that's his actual body, because it's kind of weird. Why would he be there? Because the thing is, he's looking for the king the entire time. And so, at the end of this episode, you see Shalapoof, he's right behind Gon, and Pito's like, don't do it. Don't. He's going uppercut. Don't do it. But he's just sitting there, and he's like, and it ends off like that. So I'm wondering, why are you there? Because I thought you were looking for the king, so. And the thing is, like, he was actually more concerned with Youpi, but he goes over there. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what Shalapoop is trying to do here at this point. So, and one other thing as well, when it comes to Shoot, because remember, Shoot disappeared. Like, he couldn't walk on his own. He's hurt and everything. So what happens to Shoot? I just can't believe it. I can't even say it. No, he's not my dude. The coward. The coward. Knows. Goes and saves Shoot. He saves Shoot. Shoot's wondering, where the heck am I? And we see a little silhouette figure walking by. And walking like a boss, son. Walking like a boss. I didn't know you still had that walk. I thought you freaking wobbling, walking that way because you're scared all the time. You put your pants. You ain't put your pants anymore, huh? You got your britches on, right? Huh? Don't you? You're good. And so the thing is, next week's episode, Nova's going in. He's going in. You see his little, like, shadow, like, jacket. You don't see his face. But who else wears a suit? Who else wears a suit? It's freaking Nova, son. He is coming in and actually going to help fight against Youpi. Yes! Yes! This is what you need to do! Be a man, son! I am happy to see him come there, because this is going to greatly increase their chances of winning. With his ability, they can be able to do a lot more things. Especially, like I said, Morale's not in a great state right now, so he needs extra backup, and I'm so glad Novus is there. I'm wondering if his hair turned back to black because he is now boss level. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next, son. And I'm really curious if freaking Gon and Shalapoop is actually gonna happen. I don't even know, because I don't see that happen. I don't see that has to be a fight right now. Why would he fight against Shalapoop? It's just, I don't know. Everything is very, very interesting. I am looking forward to everything that's going to be happening in the next week's episode. I'm so freaking hyped. That's why this episode is really, it's an excellent episode. It's just an excellent episode overall. So much stuff happened. I freaking love it. I just love it. Hunter x Hunter for the freaking win. So yeah, leave a comment below and tell me what you think of this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter. Like this video, subscribe to my channel for some more reviews from me. So this has been the Breakmaster, and until then, people, break out.